excited that this week's topic is knock it off.
Knock it off.
Knock it off. From family to, I don't care, all of you, knock it off. Knock it off with the bombing of countries. Yeah, knock it.
The weather.
The weather. Seriously, knock it off. Like, I cannot. Yesterday I was on my couch. We'll get right into it. I'm just sitting here on my couch, and I don't even know what to feel exhausted about. Like, there's so much stuff that I'm just like, all right, I know I'm exhausted. Like, it feels unfair to just blame the Iran war because also, right? Like, and I just feel like this year it is March, bro. If you told me it's New Year's Eve was next week, I'd be like, thank God.
Oh my God. 2026 can't pass by fast enough.
What is going on?
I don't know. But this is not my year. You know how some people like maybe I'm gonna go for a solid good half, like at the half year it turns around. Because right now, this first quarter, if we're doing a quarterly year review, two thumbs down.
Oh, do not recommend. Do not recommend 2026.
On the Rotten Tomato 90s or whatever is low or hot, whatever it
is. Yeah, go down it all the way down there. I listen. I seriously, when I tell you, even the Oscars, like, because people are like, oh, Sinners didn't. Sinners didn't win this. Sinners didn't win that. I was so glad Sinners didn't get shut out. Like, it was truly proof that, like, I have just lowered my personal expectations of anything. Like, the fact that there were I was like, take these and go. Take these wins and let's cash in and get out of here.
There's
what the hell?
They had I'm so glad that they had the most nominations ever. Right. And I'm so glad. I personally, I didn't see the best film, but I was biased. I thought Sinners should have won all, like, I'm so happy Kruger did. But when I say they had a historical most nominations, also a historical nomination loss or something. I was like, of course you got it. Of course.
Really? I didn't see that. See, this is what I mean.
Oh, sorry.
Knock it off.
Knock it off. Okay. First of all, the fact that I remember when I saw Queen and Slim and I was like, this should be Oscar nominated. This is insane. Like that movie, I still think about this.
I never saw it. Yeah.
Oh my.
I'll watch it. Yeah, no, I've never saw it. Like, it just slipped through.
The ending, because it's that couple that meets and they, off the cup by accident. It's a total accident, whatever. Anyway, that I was like, of course they're not going to nominate it because it's too on point. It's too on, and it also takes place like in Studio City, so it's actually I don't know why I was like watching movies that are like, oh, I know what that is, But and I also, that's why I can't watch some of these movies because I can't stop thinking about them, and then I sit with it's just I guess being an empath, that's the downside to it. You're like, I can only watch comedy.
Well, I'm so glad you said that because I don't know. I feel a little silly sometimes when I say it to people, but I'm like, I can't. Like, there's a documentary, I'm sure you heard about it, the, what is it, like, All the Empty Rooms, I think it's called, or something like that. And I'm like, I am so glad you made that. I think it's totally important. Yeah. Tell me how I can be helpful. Guess what's not going to happen? Watching that anytime soon. I don't have it.
I cried from the description. I was like,
Exactly. I was like, I feel sick to my stomach just having you tell me what this film is about. Are you crazy?
Yeah, and then I tried to watch that documentary about Gabriel Fernandez, the boy that was tortured by his parents, and that was the reason why. Well, they made a documentary on it because that was the first time that social workers were put on trial too, because they failed. Wow. But I remember the description was the nurse describing him coming to the emergency. I was like, I can't. What?
No.
I can't do it.
And that's what I mean too in terms of knock it off. I mean, speaking of, we are truly just going out, people. We're just having the conversation. This is really how we feel, folks. Like, this isn't like some master plan and we're gonna take you through an outline. This is truly just us going, we can't do this anymore. Knock it off. I watched the Manosphere documentary that they have on Netflix now.
Is that the one with the guy like cheating on his wife, but she's okay with it?
Yeah. Oh wait, your sound just got weird. Did you like knock your mic or something?
Hold on. No, I don't know. Is that okay?
No, it sounds far away all of a sudden. But it happened like suddenly.
It happened suddenly. Let's see. I didn't touch anything. Let's see. Is there? I'm gonna mute myself and then I'm gonna unmute myself.
All right, let's see.
Is that better?
No. It sounds like you're like through like a tin can, like it's like far away. Do I sound normal to you?
Yeah, you sound like the same. Huh. I wonder if because I didn't move anything. It just
and you're not using your earbuds or anything like that.
No.
Huh. What the heck just happened? See what I mean? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Knock it off. What is this? What is this? Like if you didn't touch anything, what are we doing right now? What's happening?
Is it because we started talking about controversial subjects?
Yeah, exactly. They were like, shut them down.
Something changed with your sound.
Really? I wonder if it's just like Wi-Fi issues. I mean, this is fine. I mean, we're
interesting. Oh, let's see. My Wi-Fi is good, surprisingly.
Right. Let me see. All right, but I sound okay to you now or no?
Yeah, you sound okay.
All right, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna hope for the best. You're supposed to be getting your own sound over there anyway, so hopefully it's just some whackness with it. All right, but great example. What is that? Like we were just sitting here. Why would the sound change?
I mean, nothing.
It makes no sense.
It just was, and you know, it's funny. When I was doing a live yesterday with my friend Kim, she and I were talking about things, and then all of a sudden it was like because we were talking about Gerald the dolphin. Have you heard of Gerald the dolphin?
No.
Okay,
tell me.
Apparently, like this guy, he's like a scientist, and he spent 3 days under the ocean with the dolphins, and the dolphins like kidnapped him, and then he showed up like in Florida on the shore after missing for 3 days, and like they found like micro stuff in his lungs that would only happen if he was underwater, and so it was like what happened was I was kidnapped by dolphins, and like somebody put out a meme that was like the dolphin telling him, tell everybody what happened, nobody will believe you.
Even the dolphins are wilding out. Like they're just like, whatever. There's chaos. There's chaos. There's no sovereign nations. There's nothing. There's just chaos. Dolphins are kidnapping people. That's a thing.
They kidnapped him. They said, tell everybody my name is Gerald and you were kidnapped by dolphins. And I swear nobody is going to believe a word you say that happened.
Phenomenal. Your sound just got normal again, by the way. So let's just go with it. Again, didn't touch it. Nobody did anything, but here we are. So no, that's amazing. No, I did not hear. So the guy's name is Gerald, or they named the whale?
No, the dolphin. His name's Gerald. We have to look up. We should. I'll look it up and I'll. So apparently, there's a pack of dolphins that like, and then the way he's like, I guess lived underneath. He's like, I can't breathe that. So they put a bubble over him, and he lived with the dolphins for like 3 days under. And then literally was like, tell everybody.
No. Wait. So the dolphins, because I was just thinking, like, well, what kind of friggin' scuba tank did this guy have that he lasted all these?
No, he was in a bubble they made for him, deep in the ocean. Yeah, I'll look it up. It'll be good for us to read about this because we need something. It's like you know when somebody gets kidnapped by aliens, they're probably like, yeah, tell everybody. Go ahead.
Good luck. Best of luck to you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun. You know, or like if somebody jumps timelines, like Kim was saying, she I jumped a timeline. I know I did because this is what happened. But when you say it, you're like,
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Like, knock it off. Like, what are you talking about?
where have you been? I got kidnapped by dolphins. You're fired. You are fired.
Kidnapped by dolphins?
What do you mean you got kidnapped by dolphins? Like, you think that's funny? We had to cover your shift, you jerk.
Yeah. The amount of people right now, they're like, dolphins. Why didn't I think of that? Like,
exactly.
I mean,
are you cheating on me? I was kidnapped by dolphins. How dare you?
Right? The Bermuda Triangle.
Right. Well, no, it's the craziest thing. And every once in a while, I got to tell you, I think about, like, all right, this is taking us a little off of this, but that's fine. It's already chaos. So I always think about, like, stories in the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I also think people have, like, doctored it to, like, manipulate things. But beyond that, I'm like, think about how stories happen in your life. Like, you're hanging out with some friends, some people got in a fight, somebody lost a shoe. All of a sudden, it's that Jeff punched Sam out of his shoes and blah, blah, blah. Then the story gets huge, and then all of a sudden, it's that his shoes went up on the roof, right? Like, it just gets crazy. So I'm like, Jonah, they have this whole thing, Jonah lived in the belly of a big fish, which I've always been like, another reason why, like, let's take it easy with being literal about the Bible. But what if Jonah was just, like, hanging out with some dolphins? Like, what if they made him a bubble and he's like, I don't know, it's weird, I was underwater, I don't know. And that was what went on, because apparently that's a thing.
Maybe like, when I think about some of the stories, I'm like Jesus turned water into wine. Like, that's a cool party trick. But, like, what if he, like, what if it was one of those things where we don't know? Maybe he just disappeared from it and came back with some wine. Like, whoa, where's the water? Like, we turned it into wine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they told it later. Yeah, that's what he told. He's like, meanwhile, if they had asked him, he'd be like, "Turn it into wine? What are you, nuts?" I got the wine. I got the wine.
And then you remember, I was like, yeah, it turned into wine. It was a joke, and we're like, oh no,
that's a joke. It was. Can you imagine? Like, he's serious. Jesus comes back. He's like, "Are you serious? It was a joke. I was joking."
Like,
come on, people.
I've done acid, and I'm pretty sure I've seen people walk on water. Like, I'm just saying, like, all this stuff but then also, because that's what I asked him too. I go, was he on, like, ayahuasca? And they're like, no, there's no drugs in the system. He's got no, like, it's literally him being kidnapped by dolphins. And
I don't even know how to respond to that. That is so wild.
And these dolphins clearly know that you're not going to believe a word this guy says. So just, tell them, go for it.
Drop them off in Miami. You sure? Yeah, Miami. Miami's great. Like, where else would this story end? You know, it'd be hilarious. Let's be on the beach in Miami. What is going on?
Orlando, I think too the sound thing, because then it just sounded like a little tinny too. I wonder what it is.
This is so odd. Anyway,
now it's fun.
I have no idea what's going on, and I'm looking at it says my Wi-Fi is fine. So anyway, hopefully we're both getting our sound on our end. Everything's
gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. That knock it off. Let's go back to that.
Yeah. No, but really, I think, because in terms of that thing of, like, knock it, I know we're laughing, but seriously, it feels like, how much can we bear? Like truly, okay, it is March 19th.
Yeah.
Right. So we're not even 3 months in. No. We've had 2 white people killed by ICE in Minneapolis. That just this is with less than 3 months, bro. We have attacked Venezuela, removed their leader. His wife shows up in court looking like she got a rough ride from the cops on The Wire. I'm like, what's that about?
I know.
This, Christine Ohm and Corey Lewandowski are flying around. They got a queen bed in the plane. What is going on?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's like, oh no, screw Trump. I'm like, now?
Right, exactly. I'm like, do you remember when you were screaming like a wild banshee in the friggin' State of the Union address? Now you two. What is going on? Megyn Kelly sat on her podcast and tried to explain why he was a pedophile, but he wasn't like a pedophile. I was like,
what is happening?
Going on?
And not only that, it's good to, it's also, you pointed out that ICE killed the 2 white people. They've killed like 12 people.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I get it. Like, and then one guy died of like an infected tooth. I'm like, guys,
come on,
what are we doing?
Knock it off.
What do we do? Knock it off. That's exactly right. There it is, right there, perfectly. Knock it off.
Like, was I born yesterday? Was I born yesterday? We were not born yesterday. I used to hear that all the time. Was I born yesterday?
Yeah.
No.
And it feels like that's how they talk to us now.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, this is the best. This was the best thing for America. I'm like, how? Like, how?
I have to imagine that it's just the relentless deniability that they have to live in every day of their lives. It's like living with an alcoholic that you don't want to say is an alcoholic, and you're like, no, it's not that.
You know, I actually want to pause there for a second, because you've done the Al-Anon work, and I'm actually like, I know we're joking around, and we can keep joking around, but I am serious about this. One of the things about my whole empower dynamic thing that I've talked to you about, and like, these are different ways of looking at leadership and whatever. The overpower side, that's where you get the like bad dad trope, right? Like, mean dad comes home, cracks with blah, blah, blah. It feels like we're all living in an abusive household. That's how, like, and I want you to tell, no, I'm for real. And I want you to tell me if I'm on target here, because it feels like that's part of what's been crazy making. And, obviously we've talked about how we're at different places with our, in our parenting. So like, my kids are going to be 21 in a month and a half. You're dealing with elementary school. So it's a different deal. But like, I just feel like I'd like to be able to talk to my kids, or any kids, or really for myself, and feel like I can make basic sense of it. Like, even if it's bad. But that's not how I feel. I just feel like this is chaos. Like, on Friday, war in Iran is bad. Saturday, it's good. It's the only thing we ever could have done, because there's an imminent threat that's been here for 47 years. I'm like, so there was an imminent threat that started when I was in first grade.
Yeah.
And so today we've got to do that. Like, what is going on? I just feel like we're in pure chaos, and it's hard to do other things. Like, I realized this morning I hadn't paid the mortgage, and it's the money's sitting there. It's not like I can't afford to pay the mortgage, or we can't afford to pay the mortgage. I'm just like, it's just been nuts. So like, I look up and it's 2 weeks later, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to go take care of the bills. But it's because I am overwhelmed. I really, and it's funny because I work with people all the time that, oh, this is how you manage overwhelm. So maybe I need to like get specific about that. But that's how I just feel like, what fresh hell when I wake up in the morning. I'm almost afraid to pick up my phone.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like, oh, he said something racist. It's like, oh, we're going to put boots on the ground in the most dangerous part of the world. Like, oh, cool. What's for lunch? Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm what like, are we talking about?
I'm like, oh, Republicans voted against women, like married women. And now I'm like, well, I'm divorced now.
Bro, what is happening? They're like, oh yeah, no big deal. You'll use your birth certificate, but if you've been married and see this, okay. Now we're all over the place. But like, I do think this matters in terms of, these are the things. Like, you've gotta go vote. Daphne's gonna need to go vote.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, what are we talking about?
I'm also like, my daughter's 7. I don't want to be like, hey, you're never taking somebody else's name. She's gonna be like, what? Like,
whoa, right. Whoa, Mom. Whoa. But that's the thing. But it's not as crazy as that. Like, it's funny, we talked about some, but let me ask that. I mean, how do you process that with a little kid? Like, I would, like, I don't listen. I don't think we ever encourage like, oh, you'll have to get married and you'll have to do this at all. Like it's like
We've
you'll
actually
go and you'll live your life.
You do what you want to do. Don't stress any. Like that's what we do here. We're like, if you want to
Right.
get married, you can get married. If you don't, you don't. Whoever it is you want to marry, love who you want to love. Just but we the only rule is don't talk to anybody weird on the internet. Don't talk to anybody on the internet. And if anybody tells you to keep a secret, that is wrong.
That's exactly exactly that immediately. But it's I'm blown away by how much it feels like this.
Oh my God.
And it really it's funny because we just naturally went into this topic, but I really, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's just been hard. It's been hard for me to just stay on task and like keep track of like where I wanted to be. Even in some ways, there are things I've accomplished that I go, oh yeah, I already did that. Like it's been so chaotic that even that feels like, oh, did I do? Oh yeah, I already did that. It's very jarring. How does again, drawing on your Al-Anon of it, how do we manage the lying piece that you were pointing to? Like where it's, I said this on Tuesday, but now I did this. So now I'm going to say the exact opposite on Wednesday and act like you're crazy. Like, how do you manage that piece?
Well, there's a few things that we say, like, there's a lot of like, well, what's my business and what's not. So I know it's hard to say because, you do what's happening out there. Yes, we should all be concerned about, but what am I able to do?
That's right.
When it comes down to it, like sense. that will not affect my insanity. Because sometimes people have to sometimes you just have to step away from the TV, just because look, yes, we can. And I know people are like, no, that's not how things get done. I understand that, but you have to also, when we're working with individual sanity, you can't let that drive you to, because it's maddening.
It really is, right? I mean, like, because I feel like, am I just mentally weak? Because this is crazy.
No, you're not. It's too much. Because then it's like, well, what do we focus on? I don't know. There's so much.
Yeah. Like, listen, there's a global, I'm going to say this out loud, and I know this word, I have to be careful how many times I say it because we'll get drunk. But there's a global pedophile ring.
Yeah.
And that is not the biggest story today. I just want to like level set.
Like
there is literally a global pedophile ring, and we're like, we'll get to it. That's where we are as a country right now.
So we just got these files with I didn't even, we talked about watching TV shows and movies. I didn't even look at what's in the files because I will never be able to leave. Like my kids will never leave the house if I go into those files.
I know.
I already know they're bad. I don't need to know how bad they are. I know they're horrendous. They are evil, but nobody's been arrested. Except one guy in England, and it's because they're like, oh, he did this while he was holding the throat. Like, so then there's that, and then you're driving the gas, the this, the war, the woman's right, the this ice, and then we have to deal with our own personal stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, time out. Time out. Like, I don't feel well. Like I had to go to the doctor. Like, I got other, like, I just told you, it's the 19th. I haven't paid the mortgage because I'm just like,
and then
what is going on?
I've been donating Plaza for extra money, and I'm sitting there reading a book called "You Are a Badass," and I'm like, I'm sure somebody right now is like, "What that? Like, this is you're a badass." You just tell yourself over and over again, like, "Okay, I'm a
badass." as you cry, I'm a badass. Like, it's like, what is going on?
I'm sitting over here like ordering crystals and Saint Joseph statues, like doing all these rituals. Like I don't know where.
Listen, it's funny you say that because, and I didn't know much about this Alan Watts. I don't know if you're familiar with this name, but
Oh,
apparently he was, he was like a '60s, like, introducing Buddhism and thinking about the different, very much the stuff I'm on, but talking about it back then, right? So like, we are one, and the energy, and all the things. And I promise you, I just listen to his lectures sometimes because I'm like, I have to protect myself. You know what I know he's not going to talk about because he's there, and then he's not going to talk about bombing Iran. He's not going to talk about Gaza. He's not going to talk about the Epstein files. And I, at a certain point, cannot. Like, I truly, and I feel like even, sports, I used to feel, and I get it, sports has always been political, but like, I feel like I could watch sports, and that was sort of like stepping away from that stuff. But then it's like you watch the hockey team in the morning, and by the afternoon, they're part of the like patriarchal structure and destroying everything. Like, oh, great. I can't even enjoy that for 5 seconds. I can't even enjoy. We won a freaking gold medal. I was like, I've not felt good about being a United States citizen in a very long time. So I go, all right, let me just put everything else aside. And by the end of the day, I'm like, there it is. There it is. Like, you cannot escape it.
I don't even know how, like, and I'm like, we're only in year 1.
Oh my God. Bro.
And even if something were to happen to, who, then we've got the second shock, and then we got the house of ahead of whatever, him. I'm nobody. We got nobody. Like, all
the Speaker of the House is, he's the problem with those two guys. And I don't want to make this like the political conversation, but it's true. Like, all of this stuff, my office is a catastrophe, right? And I'm not saying my office was a catastrophe, and it could be a catastrophe if we were living on all sunshine and rainbows. But I'm saying, like, when I sit down here and I'm like, all right, I should clean up. Like, what I just did, like this, like, that's how I feel.
I know. And when you go back to, like, what did they say in Al-Anon? Honestly, it's just do a couple things. What's your next indicated step? So I have to repeat that to myself. What's my next indicated step? Like,
tell me more about that. Yeah.
Like, so on a day, especially where I feel like overwhelmed with everything that's happening with my family members and this and the house.
Right.
So my next indicated step, you and I are going to do this podcast. When we're done, we're going to catch up for a little bit. Then I'm going to go make a little lunch, bring in the coffee, go with the kids. Then I'm going to see if we're going to go visit Dina or go to the library or just come home and do homework. Or, okay, cool. That's and then tonight, can I let a couple things that I do for my social media be enough? Let it be enough. Right. Can it be? We did a lot. I did a live earlier. We did our podcast. I'm going to post a couple things. I'm going to do one other thing. Can that be enough? Can we just make dinner and focus on making dinner and then feed yourself? Because sometimes I can go, I'll eat the rest of Jayla's leftover pasta. No. Can we feed ourselves? Right?
Yes. I'm so glad you just said that. Yes.
And with the office thing, because, right now, I'm clearly going to have to start getting rid of things and transition things. But it feels overwhelming. Okay, like you said with your office, like the whole house feels overwhelming, right? Well, guess what I did? I went through all the pile of papers that I had on the floor that were the kids' like tests that that we don't need to keep. Can I throw something away that I don't need? So I did that. But what I go into, but we have so much to do. Okay, but if we did this for 10 minutes, set a timer, do this for 10 minutes. Do we have an extra 10 minutes? Maybe not. So we did it for 10 minutes, and that's something we did. So my brain either shuts down or wants to build Rome in a day. And then it's
hi.
Yeah.
Hey there, twin.
Yeah, right. That's why I say you and I are twins. When I say you and I are literally identical twins. When I say it's like, oh, okay, yeah, but so I told you that, and people might get upset with this. At the end of the day, I type in everything that I did to ChatGPT, and it'll go, "Hey, you did a lot.
Yeah.
Go to sleep now." Or I'm doing that 369. I don't know if you heard about that, man. The Tesla. It's Nikola Tesla believed that 369 were very manifesting numbers of the universe. So it's to take an affirmation. I happen to write a couple sentences, so it's a little long. So you write first when you wake up, 3 times in the morning, in the afternoon, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. So we do it for like 33 to 45 days. So I started doing that. And so I'm like,
so
okay.
it's the same affirming sentence, whatever it is you choose. Oh, it's interesting.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll send that over to you. But and then
Yeah.
in Amazon, we have like different slogans that we say. So is this a live and let live situation? Is this a it's not my circus, not my monkeys? What's in my hula? Like, so there's certain things that you go. Sometimes I have to go. Am I hungry? Halt. Am I hungry? Angry? Lonely?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is all because we have to, because I was saying in Al-Anon, it's the disease of thinking and it's the disease of perception. So it's my perception. Because people don't want to hear. You can eat, especially what's going on, right? But
Right.
it is as simple as, do I view this as everything's going to be okay, or do I view everything's crap?
Right.
Those,
Right. These
these
facts don't have to change. Yeah.
they don't, because guess what? This is going to happen in the outside world unless you are literally Superman. This isn't like I have yet to see Endgame by Marvel, but that scene where he's against Thanos and the portals open and we all save each other. Okay, but there's a lot of Thanos. It's not, and he's got a lot of
There's a
things.
lot of Thanos. The entire Thanos family showed up. What is going on?
And guess
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
When we're making the call, it ain't nobody showing up.
That's the thing.
Because half these people are on Thanos' team. You
And you
know,
go, how? Why?
I'm.
What?
It's not like
Yeah.
I truly loved that thing that August 5th. It's Jayla's birthday, where they call it Black Independence Day with the fight on the dock where he threw his hat
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah. The
and then
Montgomery
the
boat brawl or
guy.
whatever. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I loved that beatdown because it was truly deserved, truly
Right.
deserved,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh, it
almost
was
like
ridiculous.
to see and I don't want. I know when there's like this beautiful coming together of Black people that they don't want white people to be like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but I'm just high-fiving everybody. I don't have to be a dancer in Kendrick Lamar's. I'm glad it was all
Right.
Black people.
Right.
I
Right. Right.
really
Right.
am.
Right.
I'm on the sides high-fiving, and I'll throw a swing if you need it. I'm
You know.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm at the lunch counter in Selma. I'm not behind you. I'm there,
Right. Right.
but
No,
not
you are.
but
Yeah. No,
not
I get.
trying
Yeah,
to
I love that.
challenge. But really, like, we need that. We need that right now. We need to all be at the lunch counter. But
Yeah.
but but we're not, because
Yeah.
look, Jasmine Crockett didn't get
I
reelected,
know.
and that's the most qualified. I don't care what anybody says. She is the most qualified woman that should have been elected.
Yeah.
But
You know, I'm glad you brought that up too, because people are tired. And specifically when you bring that up, I think about the number of Black women I know who really immediately after the last election, which I also was sort of like, all right, well, I kind of give up. Like, this is insane. But like
yeah,
the number of people who were just like, all right, I'm done. Like
yeah,
I am done,
done.
and I'm not doing this time. And I cannot. In the past, I think part of me would have been like, I get it, but like, we still, and part of me is like, yeah, no, if you're done, you're done. I get it,
Yeah,
and let somebody else do it. Like
yeah, they're tired.
and I get it. Like I get there's part of this whole experience for me, and I'm really glad we got into this. Like, I know we kind of, but you're helping me to really see, and because I do need to get myself to focus, like what you just said, more often, because it can get overwhelming. As I shared
Yes.
with you before we got on, March is just generally tricky for me, right?
Mhm.
My mom died in March, my dad's birthday's in March. It's just March is not great, and all of this, right?
Yeah.
And all of this. And so sometimes it's hard for me because I do want to be a responsible person, and I do feel like I should be paying attention, and I do feel like I should know what's going on with ICE. It's hard to do what you said, which is to get back to, okay, but where's my power? And I have
Yeah.
the mantra I've shared with you: I am powerless, I am powerful. Where is my power? And that
Yeah.
really did come to me like during, when I was meditating years ago. but it feels like, I guess part of it, and I got to look at this, and now that we're digging into it, it feels not good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like part of me, you know, and I think even around the house or whatever, like it all feels like there's so much to be addressed, and it's not good enough that's all I can do, but it's still all I can do. Like me feeling it's not enough doesn't change my capacity, but it makes it so, all right, as you know, working on Align Originals and putting the stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got with March, being March, I fell behind with a bunch of videos. I pumped out last night. I sat up here and I finally was like, you're doing this. I stayed up till whatever, 2 something. And I cranked out like 10 promo videos. Right? Like they needed to have happened. They needed to have happened. Right? And so I'm going to send you some after this. And we're going to go. Right? But as I'm walking out of here at 2 whatever in the morning,
wasn't enough.
Of course. No. When's the last time I posted on Substack? Are you kidding me? You never followed up on this. It's 2:30 in the morning. Like, but that's how it feels. And then it feels like also, when are you gonna go help stop ICE? Like, what? What? Oh, by the way, the Epstein files. You have to break up a global pedophile. What? And this is what happens when the people who are supposed to be part of why we hire politicians, right? Like when we elect you, it's because I gotta pay my mortgage. I need you to go run the government so people can eat and be safe, and our military isn't going on suicide missions. Like that's what you need to be doing so that I can remember to call our contractor who I spoke to, 2 months ago and said, sorry, I've been out of touch. Let's take care of this. Now it's been a new 2 months. I mean, I'm embarrassed. I don't even want to apologize this time because I'm like, how many times are you going to apologize?
I know. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people have to be out there feeling like this. I know a lot of parents have to be feeling like you were saying about the other day about the bingo night. Like, bingo night.
I know. I'm like,
my head's going to explode. You want to know when I'm bringing a bingo night. Okay, great.
Great. Oh, no, it's fine arts night. Okay, great. I got to pay $30 for my kids' painting that they put in a nice frame.
Right.
And all I'm doing is going to it, avoiding the cafeteria where their artwork is up, so we don't have to buy it because they're just going to get it later. I could put it in a frame. It's literally what, like, it's like, and that's an interesting part. Like, look, I know I probably said this before, but what we do talk about though in a lot of the meetings is like the accountability. What's my part in it? What am I getting out of this? Like, because honestly, now this might sound silly for me to say, but there's got to be a balance between wanting to stay informed and what am I getting out of this? Out of all, because it is a loop of trauma. It's a loop of trauma.
That is the right word. And I also wonder if those of us who are familiar with trauma, I hate when people say like, "Oh, you want this." Like, I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's truly triggering, like in the pure sense that like, I'm like, oh my God, here comes all the trauma, and they're feeling trauma, and they're feeling trauma, and I'm feeling, oh my God, and I feel it. I really feel it.
Yes, because there is trauma. But if we all healed our trauma, man, this world would be totally different. But there is something to it. Like, you're not responsible for the trauma that you have encountered. We are responsible for how long we let it affect us.
Right.
So, I mean, am I going to sit here going, when I was 17? Okay. My dad did not believe in my acting career. And by the way, I have not been a successful actor.
That's the fear. You go like, well, maybe they were right. I can't believe these people didn't believe in me. And you're like, well,
my range was kind of, but what I'm saying, not that I haven't had a successful career, but what I hold on to 30 years later is on me.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? If I wanted to go to college, saying, "Oh, well, they never sent me to college." Okay, well, then you can go to college if you
Yeah,
want.
right. That is a possibility. What are we doing? No.
Now it's on you. So
Yeah.
when we this Trump, so there are people, because we always say, "What are you getting out of it?" There's something you're still. It's like relationships we hold on to for too long. There's
Mm-hmm.
something you're still getting out of it. If you're complaining about that person, you're still getting something out of it. There's
Yeah.
something you're still getting out of it. Now, mind you, if it's like you're trying to like with some relationships, I'm like, I'm just trying to. I know that when I call the person, it's probably going to be filled with a lot of trauma dumping, and okay,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
I,
Right.
I can I can compartmentalize that and go, okay, I only stay on the phone for this long. I say, I hope you're doing okay. I send you a lot
Yeah.
of love, and then I move on. Now, if
Right.
I'm complaining about that, then that's me choosing to participate in it.
Yeah.
So really, you have to like, so when we do put on the news, and we do keep going on, and when we do doom scroll, that's all us,
Yeah.
literally just taking part in it. And why
Yeah.
are we? Like for what?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest. Yes, a No King's Day protest. Okay, I would, yes, I
Right.
mean, I bought cardboard to make signs, and I was like, oh, what's the weather going to be like? I mean, I don't want to be like, a little rain, but
Right. Right. No, but right. I mean,
do I
these are
bring
the
my
things.
kids? Are my kids okay? Is one of them sick? Can we go out? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there are things that some people are able to do because of their schedule. Like, we just have to know where we can partake, right?
Yeah.
And also too, sometimes you have to go, I need to sit this one out right now because there is A, B, and C going on in my life that
Yeah.
is so filled with loss or devastation right now.
Right.
And I don't want to sit in it. But they have a saying that they go, when I got busy, I got better.
Hmm.
So, and not busy in
Really?
people's lives, but when I got busy in my own space, in my own
Right.
life, focusing
Got
on
to
me.
work.
But also put the focus on you.
Yeah.
Where do you need to do the work? Where have you
Mm-hmm.
let things, a story stay a story, and a belief stay a belief? And when are we
Right.
ready to break that? When are we ready to say, you know what? And it's not that whole Tony Robbins motivational thing. They actually give you tools like, let's work on the steps. Let's see where that, oh, it's the thing behind the thing behind the thing. Oh, I'm still
Mm-hmm.
reacting to that because I reacted to that since I was a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also helped me like when we do have to say things to the kids about what's happening, it's not going to be in the devastating way that I got told things were happening.
Right.
We're
Right.
we're changing
You're aware. Right.
and the way we handle things. I'm right now, Chris and I, we're getting along because I'm not going to do that to the kids. I'm not
Mm.
going to do that to him. That's not right for me. I don't want to live in a life of resentment. I'm going to work on
Yeah.
forgiveness. Is it always perfect? No, it's not. Today
Right.
bothered the crap out of me. And then I had to
Right.
say, oh, well, you're also bothered by this and this and this. So
Right.
maybe that's amplifying
Right. Which
it.
I have to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
That's a thing for me too, and that's another thing that, yeah, like how do you manage? Because you're right. I mean, Daphne, maybe if we weren't in Iran, that comment wouldn't be so annoying. Like seriously, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know we kind of, but and how do you manage that piece?
Yeah.
I'm really liking what you're pointing to because you're reminding me of my own tools. I mean, I've done so much work in therapy, and we've
Mhm.
talked about it, and I'm even working on the show to like really illuminate it. But it really is, we have to take it back.
Mhm.
And maybe that's part of what we're talking about here is they're not going to knock it off.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right? Like we can laugh, right? We can laugh about it, but it is clear. Like when you fire Christy Nome and then you bring in Marquain, which I think, by the way, as an aside, please spread this. Somebody said we should call him Marquain until he loses his mind, and I think that's the funniest thing. I'm in. Like I'm just like, you know what? If we're gonna just be in the chaos timeline, I'm 100% in. We're gonna call him Marquain until he goes nuts. But they're not gonna knock it off. Like to me, nominating him says knock it off. Like
Yeah.
absolutely not. If anything,
Yeah.
like this is gonna get worse now.
They're
And I'm
doubling
like,
down.
so yeah, so there's not gonna be a knock it off, and so
Yeah.
that just means it's truly up to us.
Yeah.
It's truly up to us.
And also, we also say all the time, where's the surprise? Are we surprised? Like, who's
That's a
surprised?
good point.
Where's the
It's true.
surprise?
Yeah.
You got, I mean, are we,
Yeah. Yeah. At a certain point, it's like, who? This is on you. Like,
Are you
Exactly.
like?
Exactly.
I
Like,
just don't
yeah.
understand why they're just not being decent human beings.
Right. Right.
What?
Why would that? Right. Right. Why would we expect that in the least?
That's like expecting a 2-year-old to regulate his emotions.
Yeah.
It ain't happening. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like expecting rational behavior from a toddler.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we're all forgetting because when you go past that toddler stage, like right now we're in the 7 and 9 phase. So
Right.
we're having a good time. But
Right.
my sister-in-law's got a toddler. And I'm, when I see, everyone's like, what? Why is he doing that? Because he's a toddler.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, you haven't lived until what was I saw one the other day that some kid was pitching a fit because he couldn't have the same shoes as his friend Jeff. Kid doesn't have a friend named Jeff. And I was like, that's perfect. That's
Why
exactly
is
right.
he?
That's parenting.
Yeah.
Parenting in one story. There is no friend named Jeff, and now I'm dealing with a meltdown. Like that. There it is.
Why is he having a meltdown? He wanted milk. What happened? I gave him milk.
Right. Right.
It's like, you know how many times when I remember like being at a restaurant when sweet potato fries came out in the shape of a waffle, and I was like, oh God, it is it is over.
I love it.
We,
Oh God, I love you. Like no, no. Right?
why did anybody see what shape the freaking sweet potato
Yeah,
fries were?
yeah. And that, but you actually have to deal. And I love what you're talking about because it's the stuff I tell people. But I think we have to remember it in these moments. Like you really have to stop and decide. Am I gonna deal with the sweet potato fries thing? Do I just let this tantrum happen because the energy it would take? I don't have. Like, it's still the 19th, and I still haven't paid the mortgage. Right, so I can't do it with you and the friggin' potato fries. Right, I can't. I'm just gonna have to let you cry because what?
I like that was me last night. Like after, I just, figured like literally just there was so much happening with every situation that was happening in my life with family members and
Right, right.
the whole thing. And at one point I was like, you guys, mommy is so tired. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like, because, they're like, you know, I think Jacob like pointed out something, wow, you're really serious or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
because I'm still look, I love that they're still making art. Jayla takes literally 50 sheets of paper, makes paper airplanes, just throws them around. I think it's great. I'm trying to get
Right.
them off. Sometimes they have a little too much screen time. Sometimes,
Right.
there's just these. I don't have them any classes or clubs or like Jayla's taking art club. I don't have them in all the activities right now. I'm like,
Right.
okay, it's okay right now. It's okay
Yeah.
because
But
right
that. Yeah.
now we're just trying to right now they have no idea that I am in a way in this weird survival mode right now. They have
Right.
no idea, and that's okay. They don't
Right.
need to know that. Let them
Right.
like, oh, we're able to be on our phones and we're able to like, and we still
Mm-hmm.
do activities and we still like we went to the science
Sure.
fair and all that kind of stuff. But there is a point where I am like, I don't know how to process all of this, and I'm just trying to do the next indicated step. And then
I
also in
love
the
that.
meantime, like, can we go to the library? Can we do this? Can we do, and then it's like insanely cold, or there's a storm, and then they're like, school might be closed, and then Jayla
Right.
was sick over the weekend, and like, there's all those things. That's the thing. And then, like you said, it's not like, it's funny. I had this game that I play called Homescapes, right? It's this
Mm.
little butler. His name's Austin, and he comes
Mm-hmm.
back to save his parents' house, and you get a bunch of stars, and like
Mm.
it's so funny because I started playing this game years ago, and I was like, I can't wait till we actually have a house and I can decorate. Now that we've had a house, and now they're like, oh my god, home ownership is a scam, and now I'm back on the app. Like, you know what?
Right. Right. Right.
The house where you press a button and boom, the whole deck gets renovated, or boom, like it's just
Right.
magical. Like,
Right. Right.
you know what? We're gonna go back to renting, okay? And that's where I've been like zoning out. Let's go
Yeah.
back to the time where we're building Austin's parents' dream home. And they have a yacht, and
Yeah.
a huge house and we're just gonna go zone out there. And
Mm-hmm.
not that we're avoiding life, but something, man, it is no wonder people, I don't know, do drugs. At this point, I'm like, I get it.
Oh yeah. No,
Who
and
wants to
and and
do it?
and I love the next indicated step. We talk about making it smaller. It's really, same kind of idea. But I do think when you say like, yeah, like there was oh damn it, I'm not gonna remember the name of the movie, so let me just move. But basically, um, it was a blue star. Anyway, my brain isn't giving it to me.
Yeah, I
But
know.
she relapses in
Mhm.
quotes. So she has a big performance, and obviously with the pressure of the big performance, gets high. And somebody asks her like, "Are you high?" She's like, "Yeah, of course I'm high." And I remember thinking like, what a great answer. What a great. I
Yeah,
just remember thinking like, yeah, of course I'm high. Like, are you looking at what's like? She's like, I'm a, she didn't say this, but like to me, in it was like, I am a black woman in America who's been targeted by the government. Like, it was like, yeah, I'm
yeah,
high.
yeah.
What do you like? What do
What
you,
do you
and
mean?
Billie Holiday? It was a Billie Holiday movie that they did a few
Yeah,
years back. But anyway, but like and that's you're not. I'm with you when I'm impressed that more people aren't off the deep end. I'm
I know.
impressed that more people are like still kind of functioning in a semi-normal way because I'm like, this has been 10 years conservatively of
Yeah,
insanity.
yeah, yeah.
Of just like this is
Legitimate.
like legitimately this is insane for
Hmm.
10 years. I mean, bro, there was a pandemic. We don't even talk about that anymore. There was a
Or
whole
pandemic.
global pandemic. And it's like,
Or, or there was an insurrection,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's back.
What?
Like,
Yeah, yeah. We hired him back. Can you imagine? You're working at your restaurant. We work at the restaurant together. I come in, rob the place with my buddies, and
just
they're like,
tear it up.
"Hey, can you pick up Saturday nights?" Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
what?
What? Like,
Yeah.
are we the abusive partner that just keeps letting him back in?
Well, that's what I'm saying about the bad dad stuff. That's because I don't know that, right? Like we've talked about our different, issues, and that wasn't my stuff,
Yeah.
right? In terms of like right in my immediate family. But I've been finding myself wondering that recently. Like if you were to take the symptoms of the battered spouse
Yeah.
kind of stuff or the battered kid, and you were to compare it to the American population right now, how well would it fit? And I feel like it probably
I feel like
fits
it would fit
incredibly
well.
well,
I feel like it
right?
would. I feel like it would. I
So yeah, I mean personally, but also I kind of want to reach more people and go like, hey, if you're feeling like this,
Yeah.
let's
Are we all
let's
gonna get
work together.
compensated? Like, are we gonna get compensated? And like, were you around at the time of the Trump administration? You could be entitled to some compensation.
Yeah,
Well, thank
yeah.
you.
I mean, I saw a clip, and we wrap it up, but I saw a clip, this woman who was like triple Trumper, and she called this guy a piece of bleep crap. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, even that is its own brand of crazy. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
but you
because
voted for him 3 times.
yeah,
What is happening?
I agree. Because what was it? Like, was it like what?
Because I
What?
don't find this to be surprising. Like, I'm surprised that other people are surprised. I'm like, this is exactly like he
I don't
literally said,
like. I don't know how y'all thought for the first one he was at all qualified or a good person. If
yeah,
you followed him at all, you would know he's a terrible person.
truly,
So
truly.
I can only say that the Democrats probably shouldn't have pushed Clinton to the forefront. That's really where they messed up because they were not ready for her. And after all the stuff that had gone on, definitely it wasn't a right time. Oh, did I freeze or did you freeze? Oh, can you see me? Okay. So,
no, you're good. I got you now. You froze a
so
little bit. I got you. Yep.
when they pushed her, like like I voted for her, but I'm saying like I don't think that was the
Yeah.
right. I think the timing was bad. I think that the fact that they let him get that far was bad on their part too. But when they're at the 3 times that they voted for him, and now you're like, oh God, he's terrible. What?
Yeah. No, and that's probably part of why I need to that's some of the stuff that I need to release. Like when you talk about what, the next indicated step, when you talk about what is that my business, and because I have a response, right? And I react. Like I'm like, are you kidding me, man? And it's like, what's true also? She's probably gonna vote for him again. Like if she has an opportunity to vote for him a 4th time, it's probably so Orlando, you getting upset that like, oh, that's stupid or this or that is the definition of wasted energy.
Yeah. And also, like, what we talk about a lot is just focus on yourself. So if I really just focused on myself, and, I obviously with the kids and stuff, it's a little bit of different dynamic, but like, okay. But if I looked at what I had, if I just stepped away from all this for right now, not like ignored it, not acknowledged that it's going on, but really just like, if I could just right now, what's going on for me, what do I need to focus on? Honey, I got a whole house that I need to declutter. I got a whole, I know I could post more. I know I could write more. I know I could, like, and here's the thing. What people might go, yeah, but all that's happening. Yeah, but with the work that I do, if I put it out there and I create the income that I'm looking to create, then I can actually donate to some causes. I can have a little more flexibility. I could show up for I could donate to whoever's trying to fight the fascism. You know what I mean? Like I can do things when we have a saying, it says, when you polish over here, you shine over there. So when I'm focused on what I can do, and then I also go, today what I did was enough, and work from that mindset of abundance rather than the scarcity mindset that I let run the show. It's not enough. Well, what the hell more are you going to do? Because it's midnight. And you got to go to bed because you got to get up and get kids to school. And even if I didn't have to get kids to school, I still have to shut my brain down because I'm going to be able to do this. We're sitting here, those pyramids were built in Egypt, I think by aliens, but if not, it took a long time to build them. Okay. This planet had rain for 1,000,000 years. Things take time. Okay. And we're sitting here like it's not enough, or it's, I don't, we got to make it. And then guess what? If we really did just focus on ourselves, we could say, I did a great. When was the last time you said, what? I actually got a lot done yesterday. I think I'm going to just chill out, have a glass of wine, and just watch Abbott Elementary and go to sleep.
Yeah. Which would be an unbelievable experience. Like I'm actually being serious because usually when I rest, it's because I am zeroed out. Like it's like, oh, I guess I should rest now because I can't move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think you're right that there's power in that. And I want to continue this conversation because how do we balance that? How do we say, yes, I need these things, and I don't want it to become like, oh, just self-care. Yes. But it's bigger than that. It's like any system that you would run, you'd have to have this thing. If you leave your computer on all day, all night, forever, that's not good, right? Like, so how do we make sure we're doing what we need to do for our kids, engage the world? Like, how do we find that balance? Because it does feel like an onslaught. I mean, we started out by saying knock it off.
Yeah.
But it feels never ending. Like truly, I joke, but like yesterday I was watching like the Afro Man verdict. I'm like, what? The world's chaos. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, but I'm like, I guess this matters. It is free speech, but like, what? Like, what?
I know.
What are we doing, everybody? What are we doing? Anyway, so Ro, tell them where to find you. We'll pick this up, but I do want to continue this conversation. I think this is an important conversation of like, how do we keep it moving forward, do what we got to do in the world, but also respect that, like, we have capacity, and at some
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
and they are not going to knock it off as much as I want them to. They're not gonna. But anyway, go
Yes.
for it.
Yeah, they're definitely not knocking it off. Like I have to knock it off. Like I have to just go to,
Right.
do
Right. That's
stop
exactly
trying
right.
to strut, like especially when I'm like, we're building our empire. Okay, yeah, but you also have to go to sleep and you have to eat food and you have to walk and you have to do this. And so
Yeah.
what I'm up to, I'm on the talk, I'm on the gram, I'm on the book, on the tube. And I've got a couple of friends of mine, Yoshi and Mookie, who we've been trying to put together a Get Off My Lawn tour. We'll see
Oh,
how it
that's
goes.
funny.
And
That's funny.
I'll be in LA doing
Yeah.
Netflix's show in May. So I'm there. I'm all, I'm all over and we're going to see what happens. We're just taking it one day at a time.
I love it.
One day
I
at a time.
love it. I love it. Check out Align Originals. We've got the Align
Yep.
Family playlist. We've got You Got Some Balls. We've got Align Your Mojo. We've got the Cypher. We have been making it happen. We've been pushing it forward. We've got new shorts coming at you. We're going to have the 3 to 5 minute shorts we're working on. Like, subscribe, share. We're going to get through this together, y'all. And we really do bring this stuff to you in real time as we're thinking about it, as you can see today. So join us, enjoy, and we will see y'all next week, Thursday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Mm-hmm.